I'm James Chau, your host at the China Current. We turn our focus today to Jiahu, an archaeological site in Henan, a province in the heart of China where evidence of musical instruments from 9,000 years ago provides a window into the past. Around 40 bone flutes have been excavated at Jiahu, including flutes made by grinding, then hollowing out bird bones. These are thought to be the world's oldest wind instruments in existence, and the forerunners of the relatively modern equivalent we know today. You might associate the flute as part of an orchestra, somewhere towards the back with the bassoons, piccolos, oboes and clarinets, but it's also a flexible instrument that has a place in popular music today, like flute and rap as performed by Lizzo, who studied it classically but has found new ways to adapting its sound. So you could say that the music Lizzo plays is influenced by our ancestors and what they were creating during the time of ancient China. But how does their discovery help us understand where we came from? Each of the 40 flutes are similar in design, though not identical. The number of holes for playing notes ranges from 5 to 8, about an octave, and using dating techniques, this indicates that the ancient flute experimented musically with complex notes and melodies. Another discovery lies in the rarity of these flutes. Even though hundreds of burial tombs have been excavated in Jiahu, very few have contained this instrument. Thus, it probably tells us that the flute was made by or for those with a special social status in their communities, perhaps shamans or other respected figures who may have used the flute in ritual or ceremonial practices. Finally, certain types of flutes reveal new and important information about the mindset of their owners. One notable example was found to have been broken into sections, but rather than discard the broken pieces, the owner reassembled the separate parts using a thin cord. This reveals a sentimentality and reverence for the instrument. Today, these artifacts are stored in the permanent collection of major museums in Henan. Some 7,000 miles from Jiahu is the Met in New York, one of the world's most famous cultural institutions. It contains research on the Chinese archaeological site and its importance to understanding civilizations. It mentions Jiahu's linkage to early forms of pottery, kiln, tools crafted from stone and bone, and houses, but it reserves special mention for the collection of flutes native to this area. Interestingly, while the flutes are believed to have been made from the bones of the red-crowned crane, a bird distinct for the red patch on its head, it may have been used to lure the same living bird to waiting hunters. In turn, the crane was prized for its appearance in many myths and legends in Chinese literature, in philosophical traditions like Taoism, where the bird conveys immortality and longevity. It was also a symbol of early Chinese imperial houses and is found as a motif of many ancient Chinese cultural relics. In fact, such was its importance that other Asian cultures today have borrowed the red-crowned crane, like the Japanese as a symbol for its national air carrier and the South Koreans on its 501 banknote. And to think that it has a direct link to the historical pieces that continue to be found in Jiahu and the flutes that shed light on the importance of music to ancient early Chinese who made this a part of a shared global culture. I'm James Chau, host of the China Current. We thank you for walking on this journey with us. Keep following us there at the China Current.